Episode 14, Darkness Shall Rise.
Season 2, Episode 14. We begin right where we left off, and the ninja are weakened without their golden weapons.
This is frustrating. Our weapons are gone, and most of our elemental powers are gone. I mean, we can still do spinjitzu, but... I just feel so, I don't know, limited.
Remember when I said the powers were still working even after giving up their golden weapons? Okay, so the ninja being weakened is kind of forced because of that detail, but whatever, plot has to plot. They are also in search of a new home as the Destiny's bounty is destroyed, but was fixed by Garadon to take over, along with the Serpentine. Except the generals, because they don't like him.
Do you not remember that he was just helping the ninja? Now you blindly follow him because of his wizardry? He's not even a serpentine. Rule with me, and we rule as brothers!
Rule with me, or else.
Oh, darn!
Anyways, the ninja get jobs to pay the rent of a fancy home to properly train Lloyd. They all don't go so well. The Serpentine generals try to kidnap Lloyd for themselves, but they lose and Scales gets sent to prison. Then Garadon is at the Golden Peaks to create the mega weapon.
Now to destroy the ninja, once and for all.
I fear there is a great disturbance in the Force.
I guess the writers are fans of Star Wars. Not a bad opener to the season, and leans into the plot of the main four ninjas training Lloyd to defeat Garmadon.
Episode 15, Pirates vs. Ninja.
Episode 15. Opening with a flashback and...
200 years ago.
Huh? What was with the random narration? It would have made more sense if it was woo or just text on the screen, but whatever. Okay, I guess. So there are pirates, apparently, and they were the original owners of the Destiny's bounty. I guess that makes sense. Despite choosing to live in a crummy apartment, the ninjas still want to find a better place to train Lloyd. Side note, I really like what they did with Kai's character here. He used to be a stubborn student, but now acts as an older brother master to Lloyd. It's cute.
Good. Keep it up.
Fists of fury! You can't even see him move, I'm so fast!
Save the gloating. It can only be used against you by your enemy.
Oh, please! I'm ready to face whatever you throw at me!
Whoa, Grasshopper. You're not even ready to face my pinky toe.
Not get involved in your sibling rivalry.
Clunky Mule, you were not even ready to face my pinky toe.
Anyways, I won't argue against the ninja's decision because we get to meet the greatest character in the show. Dareth.
Welcome to Grand Sensei Dareth's Mojo Dojo. I am Grand Sensei Dareth, and I dareth you to join my dojo.
He is awesome. Oh, and Garmadon brings back the pirates, says the mech weapon doesn't kill, but creates. Like the tornado of creation because it's all those four elements together. Oh! So pirates take control and cause mayhem. I remember Cartoon Network going ham with promotions for this episode with just the concept of ninjas battling pirates. Like that was the ultimate matchup. I mean, yeah, awesome to see back then, but now looking at it, it's still kind of cool. When you actually look at the fight sequence, I think the animators were putting more of that ninja combat spice into the mix, and I guess felt more tense. For a kid, but my point still stands. We also see Lloyd getting stronger and some of his powers are starting to emerge, unlocking the element of Earth first.
Ninjago! Whoa! Spinjitzu! I just did Spinjitzu for the first time!
The ninja defeat the pirates and all is good. Kind of. Cool episode. I mean, not really like the ultimate matchup, but whatever.
Episode 16. Double Trouble.
Episode 16. Naturally, in the next episode, Lloyd is trying to harness the next element, lightning. But Jay is having trouble teaching him.
Clean up, Lloyd. We'll continue training tomorrow.
What am I doing wrong, Sensei Wu? I can't seem to teach him to control his power.
Oh man, I can't wait for some character dynamic with Jay and Lloyd. We don't get it. Instead, we get evil ninjas. I wish Lloyd and the others had more character dynamics among each other. Of course, Kai is the primary one and is even more primary later on, but it still would have been nice to get. Anyways, Lloyd is invited to be honored at Darkley School for great children, originally bad children. But it's a trick by the kids to turn Lloyd back into evil.
Spitball Brigade, step forward! Fire!
And not really evil, just back to being a brat. As for the evil ninja,
Oh, ninjas, thank goodness! Can you reunite me with my dear rebels? Oh, that's not what I had in mind!
Ninjago! Remember, you must fight a ninja.
yeah, they're just brats too, they're not really evil, whatever. Nia is turned on though.
Didn't know spending time at Darkley School would turn you into a bad boy.
Darkley School? Is that where we were?
What's gotten into you?
It's a bad boy thing.
Call me!
My early assessment tells me this must be Garmadon's doing.
Zane, just say you have a feeling. We don't need this type of dialogue, only when it's a function in a plot like this. After some convincing and learning how to harness lightning, Lloyd turns the kids into good and they defeat the evil ninjas. I don't necessarily think we get a lot of character development here, as Jay doesn't get a moment with Lloyd to teach lightning. And we know Lloyd has already been good for a while now, so it doesn't change much. Decent episode, just not much changes, except for Lloyd getting stronger.
You did that? But it didn't blow up!
Hey, you go to school and sometimes you might pick up a thing or two.
Episode 17. Ninja Ball Run.
Episode 17, the racing episode. But also Lloyd doesn't learn a new element. Establishing a pattern but not following it. There falls behind on payments and Garmadon wants to make sure the dojo is destroyed, so the ninja can't train Lloyd.
Did someone say 50,000?
You didn't happen to win the lottery.
No, but I heard about Ninja Ball Run.
Ninja Ball Run?
It's the biggest road race in Ninjago, with a prize of 100,000 big ones. And it's tomorrow.
I thank you, little lady fighter. But you're talking about the most dangerous race known to man. Only the most serious of racers even stand a chance.
But didn't you just do a few upgrades on our ultrasonic raider? Maybe we might stand a chance.
And I can enter with my dragon.
So the ninja entered the Ninja Ball race to win the cash prize. We got to see some returning characters, the pirates, the blacksmiths, Jay's parents, the Darkley boys, whose development from last time is kind of skewed, the skeletons, and Scales.
What in the world is going on?
Race ensues with Garmadon joining in. Just not much to say here, it's just kind of the race in which the heroes must win to get the cash prize episode. There are good moments here too.
I can't watch, but you, the fans, can in glorious high definition.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of funny.
Shame she didn't get to the finish line.
I'll make sure a part of her will.
Oh well, good thing Jay put it on a part of the ultrasonic where it would still help win. No, you didn't, Jay. You just brought it on in spirit of your parents' car crossing the finish line. Anyways, the ninja win and you would get the bounty back, so they don't need their dojo anymore.
Episode 18. Child's Play.
Episode 18. Big episode in terms of development. Lloyd is facing Doomsday.
That was fun. Are we done?
Oh, come on, you're better than this. What's on your mind?
Well, the latest issue of Starfarer just came in at Doomsday Comics, and it's a limited run, so if I don't go out and get it, it's gonna sell out. Last they left off, Intergalactic Road Fritz Donegan was surrounded by the Imperial sludge, and if I don't find out if he gets out all right, I think I might have my own Doomsday.
The fate of Ninjago rests on your shoulders. As a Green Ninja, you have a giant responsibility to hold. I'm sorry, but you don't have time for such childish things.
Other kids get to play and have fun. All I ever do is train.
Okay, maybe not exactly Doomsday, but it's torn between his youth and training to be the greatest ninja ever. Okay. It makes sense to focus on that here, as Lloyd is still a kid compared to the other 4 ninja. Then the 4 get the taste of being young again through Garmadon's shenanigans.
Guys?
Huh?
We strong! We're kids!
Zane being a kid doesn't make sense at all though. But I guess the excuse is the mecha weapon could do anything. I don't know, lazy, but it's the best the writers can do. Anyways, the ninja face an old creature known as the Grundle, aka
Dromaeosaurus theropod Grundalicus.
it doesn't like light, so the ninja tried to win some swords that would prove useful in a quiz contest of Lloyd's favorite comic book franchise.
In the latest issue of Starfarer, how did Fritz Donegan escape the Imperial sludge?
But I haven't read the latest issue.
By reversing the polarity of the ship's gravity transducer.
We have a winner!
Whoa, wait a minute, that's not fair.
What is Fritz Donegan's famous catchphrase?
Fear? Fear is not a word from where I come from.
Correct!
Oh. Wait, why did a ninja need to steal their own outfits? Can't they use spinjitzu? It's shown in the
Whoa! Our spinjitzu doesn't work. We're too small.
Oh. Meanwhile, Wu and Nia buy tomorrow's tea to turn back the ninja to their regular selves, defeating the Grundle, but in the process making Lloyd older.
What'll happen to Lloyd? He'll grow old too.
Just do it!
You'll miss out on the rest of your childhood, dude. We can't do that to you. It's not fair. Oh no!
Fear? Fear isn't a word from where I come from. Oh! I'm older.
Okay, so, I don't know what to say. It feels wrong to have the character complain about missing out on their youth, but in the end turns older. Although, in defense of that writing choice, it was Lloyd that made that decision. A mature decision for that. I can also see why the writers want to make Lloyd older, so he's the same age as the others, and there are no years of story episodes to write between now and the final battle between Lloyd and Garmadon. I get it. So with that out of the way, great episode.
Episode 19. Wrong place, wrong time.
Episode 19. So, we must address the elephant of the season. Episode 19 is a time travel episode. Bad news, it's the time travel episode.
Oh, why does time travel have to be so complicated?
Hey, they said it, not me. So Garmadon goes back in time to the pilot episodes to specifically stop Kai from becoming a ninja, which was the ultimate event where the 4 would unite and they would train Lloyd.
Our world is the result of past events that have already happened. If for whatever reason events in our past fail to happen, then the future could radically change.
So what you're saying is we gotta stop Garmadon from changing anything? But of all the times, why did we land here? Cause this is where it all started. Today I met Sensei Wu for the first time and I began my training as a ninja. Somehow Garmadon is gonna try to prevent that.
Already things take a turn as the 4 ninja talk to past Wu and Garmadon disrupts the plans to kidnap Neo, which was Kai's original motivation to become a ninja. What I don't like here is how Wu fumbled his words to get Kai to become a ninja. Wasn't that always his goal? Like, look at this clip from the original pilot.
I came for something greater. You. Since my brother cannot enter this realm, it's obvious he has struck a deal with Samukai.
If he were to collect all 4 weapons, even I would not be able to stop him again. But you have the fire inside. I will train you to harness it, use it, become a spinjitzu master.
And now look at here.
Spinjitzu. Come, we must train. You must become a ninja.
Sorry, but I got a blacksmith shop to help get back on its feet, so I...
No, you must come. It is very important that you become a ninja, because, we must harness the fire within you.
Like, why? You knew what your intention was. So the ninja come up with an elaborate plan to kidnap Nia, not without fighting their past selves, because you gotta add that in to spice it up, I guess. Garmadon, on the other hand, makes it worse by speaking to his past self, and they end up working together. The past is now even more drastically changed, but Zane says this.
It could be possible to erase events that have transpired so far by destroying the mega weapon that brought us here in the first place.
You mean if we destroy that weapon, everything goes back to normal?
Theoretically.
Okay. So there's the answer to the ending of this episode and how it goes back to normal. However, those past golden weapons collided with the meg weapon, destroying it. Or at least we think, oh boy, okay, that's later. So the past shouldn't have the golden weapons, therefore making current events not line up. Okay, so maybe the events just stayed the same and there are golden weapons in the past. But then you hear this from Lloyd.
So when we went back in time and destroyed Garmadon's mega weapon, that didn't change anything?
My father has a mega weapon?
Wait a minute. You've never heard of it?
I think I would have remembered that.
So now the mega weapon never even existed. So did the events stay the same or went back to normal, just with the mega weapon destroyed in the past? And as we know later on, those golden weapons still exist. They weren't necessarily destroyed. It affected the past, and now they're up there in space, in the present. Oh my god. I loved this episode as a kid, but since it's time travel, it's so weirdly flawed that I can only call this just a light 5, because while I like moments, the writing really bugs me. Okay, so there was a weird break between episodes here. I didn't see advertisements on TV back then for 2 months. I thought the show just abruptly ended. Then all of a sudden, just came back like that. I thought it was a different season, but no. It's still the same. Just wanted to include that in here. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Episode 20, The Stone Army.
Okay. Big episode in terms of lore, and it only gets more confusing. First off, Lloyd has mommy issues.
Having a pet dragon requires a lot of responsibility.
Didn't your mom ever let you have a pet?
I don't remember my mother. She abandoned me when I was really young.
She just left? Who took care of you?
I spent my whole life at Darkley's boarding school.
And the crew coincidentally meets her later.
This is Misako, Lloyd's mother.
My mother?
The reason she has been gone is that she wants to figure out how to prevent Lloyd from fighting Garmadon, cause, you know, father and son.
You wanna know what I've been doing all this time? Long before Sensei Wu ever knew who would be the Green Ninja, I knew it would be you. And I knew you would eventually have to fight your father. I dropped you off at the boarding school so I could go learn everything I could about the prophecy.
Wait, you purposely dropped Lloyd off at Darkley's? The school meant to teach evil to children? Even when you specifically knew that Lloyd would become the Green Ninja. Wow. Anyways, in Misako's research, she learns about Ninjago being split in 2, as the first Spinjitzu Master did so to prevent the Overlord from taking over. So the other island of Ninjago is referred to as the Dark Island, mentioned in the pirate episode. This is weird because that episode implies it has been over 200 years since the island's existence. But how old does that make the first Spinjitzu Master? And that includes Wu and Garmadon because they are the sons. Not grandsons, sons. We also learn a little about how Lloyd inherited the 4 elemental powers, implying the golden weapons gave him the powers, including his green energy thing.
We have each felt the power of the first Spinjitzu Master.
passed on to us in the form of the elemental weapons. But now that power has been inherited by the Green Ninja, which is why only Lloyd can defeat the ultimate evil. Or else all of Ninjago will fall prey to its darkness.
Leaving you was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But faced with saving you and the world, I had no other choice.
Anyway, shenanigans ensue as the leftover Devour Venom caused some things to come alive, which ended up being the Stone Army mock-ups, which Misako mentioned to be indestructible as created by the Overlord. Then it's all fine and dandy, and Lloyd resolves his mommy issues quickly. We don't really get anything from that other than Misako not making the greatest decision. On the other hand, Garmadon is upset about his loss of the Mega Weapon, which the Serpentine generals don't question. And Garmadon becomes interested in finding a Dark Island. He's abandoned by the Serpentine as Scales becomes the new leader. Yet Garmadon finds the island by destiny. The island rises back from the sea, and we are in for the second plot of the season. Not a bad episode, just more of an exposition one to introduce the new evil to the season.
Episode 21, The Day Ninjago Stood Still.
Episode 21. First things first, the Serpentine are no longer a problem as they are locked away underground again, but in the process still cause trouble.
We'll be trapped underground again! No! This can't be true!
Also, I didn't mention this in the last episode, but why is the Devourer's Venom a problem now? We saw it get splooged across the city. Why wasn't that addressed at the beginning of the season? And why did the Venom affect the Stone Army now? Plot convenience, I guess. Anyways, honestly for the better, as the Serpentine has been lacking as a threat, really. Now we get the Stone Army. Which, I don't know, is much of an upgrade because they're mostly mute. Not really, because they're just speaking in a different whatever. Ninjago City is kind of falling apart, and the ninja are to the rescue, with Lloyd pretty much now in the action, as he has definitely grown stronger, albeit rushed, but stronger.
Did you practice your elemental quakes?
Who needs to practice when you're a natural?
There is some neat action for Lloyd too in this episode. We also get some sexual tension between Wu and Misako. And we learn Misako was torn between choosing Wu and Garmadon.
I'd forgotten how pale Garmadon was before his change to evil was complete.
Misako, once again, you slipped through my defenses.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. I brought my research on the prophecy of the Green Ninja. I thought maybe we could go over it together.
Why, there's so much. It will take days.
I should have chosen you.
The past is the past.
Yes, but there is always the future.
The sex was probably crazy. Anyways, not much else happens as the city is evacuated and Garmadon begins to count down to the final battle by putting on this helmet and taking control of the Stone Army.
But be warned, though he who wears the helmet of shadows can travel between the islands at will. Once it is removed, the countdown cannot be stopped.
Any more warnings?
No. At last, the countdown to the final battle has begun. This helmet is your birthright. With it, you have control of the army. What army? My army.
Which arises in another question. Why is the Stone Army locked away far from the Dark Island? Shouldn't they be there in the first place? Whatever, I guess.
Episode 22, The Last Voyage.
Episode 22, it's a Zane episode, yeah baby, hell yeah! The ninja set sail for the Dark Island as it's in the scrolls. Misako tells there is a temple where the ninja can tap back into their elemental powers and bestow them upon Lloyd for him to unlock more of his power. Oh, and also adding to the Golden Weapons lore, the temple is where they were forged and the Golden Peaks is where they were created. Anyways, Zane is feeling bummed for not having anyone to say bye to in Ninjago.
My only family is my falcon, and my only memory of my father was nearly erased. I will miss Ninjago, for it's all I know. but I am excited to see what the future has in store.
Well, my Nindroid friend, there are a few people who would like to say goodbye to you.
I love you, you stupid Nindroid.
Even the Falcon gets destroyed. Damn. But the bounty crashes into a small prison island holding none other than Zane's father captive.
Zane! Is it really you? You found me!
Do you know him?
Of course I know him! I built him, for heaven's sake!
But my memory tells me that you have passed.
Ah, you found your memory switch. Hurry! It can't know that you're here, or else there'll be dues to pay. It? I'll explain everything inside, including why it is that you thought I was dead.
Okay. While I find it undermining the bittersweet moment of his death, I don't mind Zane's father still being alive here. It also adds more lore, as he is the reason why the skeletons had high-powered vehicles, tying it all back. Though why hold him captive far from Ninjago, especially on a small island? How did Zane's father have the space to build the vehicles? That's not answered.
Excuse me, but I must say, I have never had such a meal in all my life. Where did you learn to cook? I never programmed that into you.
What do you mean, how did you learn how to cook? It was literally in one of the memories where he was cooking. The writers seem to know their lore progressing, but have some oversight on small details like those. Anyways, the crew escapes, along with Zane releasing the Leviathan because, quote,
How did you know if you freed it from captivity, it would let us go?
Because no one deserves to be held captive. Not even a monster.
I started to question it, if you would ever want to see me again. I was afraid, if you found out what horrible things I'd created, you would think I was a monster.
Wow, even tying it back to what his father said about being a monster for creating the vehicles. But the writers can't remember that his father taught him how to cook. Great episode with more development with Zane. I love it. But damn it, he knew how to cook! You taught him how to cook!
Episode 23, Island of Darkness.
Episode 23. Back to some more action with this episode as the ninja venture off to find the Temple of Light. I really like when Lloyd uses the 4 elements in combat instead of just doing his energy thing. Too bad we don't get more of that though.
Not you, Lloyd.
Ah, seriously? Are we still doing this?
Wu is right. If you were to come across your father, it could prematurely start the final battle. We need to be at full strength before we take any risks.
Jealous?
Oh, and Zane gets the Falcon back too. Not much to it though.
Another tree! Jay, how did you ever become a ninja? Seriously.
We also get introduced to more Lego sets, I mean vehicles. Which I get like Zane's father building something for the ninja, but where did the Stone Army get their vehicles? Oh, they just event too? Alright then. I remember majority of my Ninjago Lego sets coming from this part of the series, which I have definitely enjoyed. Another positive, I like when the two different evils have a bit of a banter.
But I feel a shift in the balance. Should I have shaken my fist more? Maybe dramatically thrown over a table or kicked over a... No, you myopic mortal!
The ninja find the Temple of Light.
Impossible. It's everything we've ever done. Finding the bounty, facing the devourer, even right now.
How could it all be here?
Destiny.
Oh, come on, really? We got some suit upgrades, and I think these are my favorite. Not too much, not too little, very clean and consistent. The new weapons? They're fine. They work, but just feel tacked on. Cool moments here, and Lloyd is now able to tap into the power of the ultimate Spinjitzu Master.
Cool!
shit in this episode, and a final battle draws near.
Episode 24, The Last Hope.
Episode 24. Stakes are getting high, but neither Garmadon nor Lloyd are ready to fight. They're hesitating. Not the main four though, they're chilling and hot damn! As Lloyd hesitates, Misako learns about the clock and the helmet and the scrolls.
The scrolls say that when the Helmet of Darkness is bequeathed to its rightful ruler, the celestial clock will count down to the activation of an unspeakable weapon. The first sign that the final battle between good and evil has begun. There is nothing here that explains what would happen if the Helmet of Darkness is returned.
Interesting. Remove the helmet, the clock starts. Put it back, the clock stops.
And the final battle never starts.
This doesn't make sense. How would it be known that the Overlord built the clock and the helmet for the final battle? Didn't he build them after losing to the first Ultimate Spinjitzu Master? Misako's just pulling the scrolls out of her ass. Whatever, it's to move the plot forward. We also still barely get any Green Ninja action.
I'm sorry, Lloyd. This mission isn't for you.
But I'm all powered up. I can help.
We mustn't let you and your father come face to face yet. We're trying to prevent the final battle, not welcome it.
Yes, Sensei.
I know story-wise he is reserved for the final battle, but come on, he isn't doing much. Garmadon and Misako have some heart-to-heart as she tries to steal the helmet to put back on the clock and prevent the final battle. We see more of Garmadon maybe not being so evil. Misako saw something apparently, and we're seeing it now too.
Take off that silly helmet. Let me get a good look at you.
If you don't mind, I'd rather not. So you know where our son is hiding, but I suspect you won't give him up that easily. I know you too well, Misako. Why did you allow yourself to get caught?
Because I know you don't want to fight as much as Lloyd doesn't want to fight.
Lloyd doesn't want to fight. I mean, so Lloyd doesn't want to fight.
If you were still the man I once loved, I know you'd never want to see him harmed.
But it is foretold. It is our destiny. I don't care about him. I only care about turning Ninjago into my own image.
Then you're not the man I married. I should go.
No, don't. Misako, I may look different, and evil may now course through my veins, but I'm still the same man standing before you. I want you to rule by my side.
Again, I'm just saying the sex might have been crazy. It's interesting to have it this way. Maybe he isn't the big bad. Shenanigans ensue as much as you expect. Ninja have a mission. Ninja get caught. Fight. They control the army.
You let them get away with the helmet. Don't you realize if they put it on, they will control the army?
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Look more menacing.
Is that really wise? If that helmet turns you evil, we're kicking you out.
Is that possible? It's probably got Garmadon cooties anyway.
Lloyd hesitates.
I'm sorry, Father. You leave me no choice. It is our destiny.
They return to the clock and don't know where to purchase for the helmet. Oh my god, this bugged me. They're all trying out different spots that don't make the slightest sense. None of the spots fit, and while that one fits, it's too high up for someone to reach to.
There's only 30 seconds left. I believe it's time to die. No!
Get the helmet! Right!
There's only 10 seconds left.
I'll get it.
Hurry, Misako.
Okay.
That was definitely more than 30 seconds. Whatever, the clock still strikes 0 and the final battle has begun and Neo's been taken. Well, this is reminiscent.
This is all my fault. I should have taken the shot!
We're all at fault, kid. It's just the way the cookie crumbled.
Are you still making jokes? They have Nia and you're making jokes!
It was just a poor choice of words!
Enough! We have lost enough. We don't need to lose our focus.
Forget focus! We have to get my sister!
By the time we get back up there, they'll be gone. We will get your sister, but the clock has reached 0, and the final battle could start at any moment. We must head back to the bounty to get prepared, so that next time, you will not hesitate.
Come on, Lloyd. Let's go home. You'll get your chance.
Good episode as we get some character insight on Garmadon and some decent action, which has still been consistent throughout the show.
Episode 25, Return of the Overlord.
Episode 25, and holy character growth. The ninjas recoup and understand their destiny, especially Kai, the one ninja we've seen since the very beginning. Once stubborn and upset by his sister kidnap, has grown to understand his sister's strength and have patience for the right moment.
Who cares about Ninjago? Nia was my... you know... And she's my sister. I know her being captured is tough, but she's tougher. Tougher than most of us. We'll see her again.
Lloyd, your focus gives strength to invoking the power of the Golden Dragon. You cannot lose faith now. Everything rests on your shoulder.
But Sensei, you saw what happened when I tried to face my father. I froze. I can't fight him.
You must. It is written in the scrolls.
Remember, your father is just as scared.
Then the battle will be decided by who is willing to fight.
You won't be alone. I'll be right behind you. You have my fire.
You have my earth.
And my ice.
And lightning. We're all in this together, kid.
What are we waiting for? Let's suit up.
It was also off-screen confirmed that Jay and Nia have a thing. Zane has his family. Cole. I can't say much. Wow. Anyways, they head toward the final battle, with Garmadon now having control of the ultimate weapon of evil, or something. In dialogue, it also seems to be the last we'll see the ninja fight together, and they self-reflect on their journey.
Is anyone else thinking about how this might be our final fight together?
Yeah, of course.
It's all I've been thinking about.
Oh boy, if only they knew.
We've come a long way. It wasn't that long ago when Sensei first found us. Hey, you remember that time Kai thought he was the Green Ninja?
That was quite the memory.
He was so not.
Or what about when the Hypnobrai hypnotized Cole and we had to fight him?
We should have just kicked his butt.
You had to destroy my treehouse.
Or how about that time Sensei came out of the guts of the Devourer's belly? Drinking tea?
Oh, that was so gross.
Yeah, I thought he was a goner.
Wrong again, Mr. Empty Head.
Nia is evil.
Hand me the dark matter. I believe we found our first test subject.
And, she knows Spinjitzu. Since when? It's not answered, okay. Lloyd goes ahead and Garmadon does his monologue.
Don't you see? I will never do what is right. The evil in my blood can never go away. It has corrupted every ounce of my fiber, every bone in my body. I am Lord Garmadon. Destiny took my family from me, and the only way for us to be together is to turn everything in this world into my image. Then you'll all see what I see, feel what I feel.
It is not too late.
You've made your decision, and I have made mine.
Garmatron, warming up in T-minus 20.
Warming up? You could have warned me it had to warm up.
18.
How could I?
17.
You were monologuing.
Okay, that's funny. Evil's released upon Ninjago, the balance shifts, and we see one of the few, if not the only scary moments in the show.
You've helped offset the balance. Because of you, I can now cross over into your world. I'm finally free.
Wait a minute! You stole that from my playbook. You can forget about it. Ninjago is mine.
No, it was never going to be yours. It is mine.
sorry we're late. Did we miss much? Holy, unholy.
What is happening to me?
Are you scared? I'm scared.
Something is very wrong here. The metamorphosis has begun.
Metamorphosis? What does that mean?
Metamorphosis is a biological process by which someone or something changes into something new.
Yeah, changes into something ugly.
Father!
No, Lloyd. That is no longer your father.
But what about the prophecy? It said I had to face my father.
You still must. But now the Overlord has possessed him. Unlike your father, the Overlord will show you no mercy.
I need more evil. But where to attack next?
Lip sync is off. Never mind, not that scary. Yeah, the Overlord always planned on betraying Garmadon. Now it's possessed Garmadon's body. So we don't really get a father versus son thing. Huh, so they broke the trope. An epic showdown ensues, and Lloyd gets an incredible fight sequence along with the other 4 ninja.
You are all alone.
No, I'm not! My father is still in you. He will fight with me!
Lloyd, stay strong. Fool, you cannot defeat me.
I can try!
They do some Harry Potter. Wait. Yeah, that is definitely Harry Potter. The show's crew are nerds, and I love that for them. But instead, Lloyd is defeated with some physical damage.
Fight, father!
Lloyd!
Fight him!
He is the Green Ninja.
You will not take
Fight him!
my son. Your father is gone.
Like, ow, I felt that. The Destiny's Bounty is damaged. Again. And the Overlord heads to Ninjago with the ninja now stuck on the island. But it's not over. We still have one more episode. So today...
Destiny showed us who was stronger today. But Destiny also wanted us around to fight another day. We didn't lose the battle. Today, we just lost the fight.
Episode 26. Rise of the Spinjitzu Master.
Episode 26. Now the final battle is here. And the Overlord's metamorphosis is complete. He's just a dragon.
She'll meet again! This, I swear!
The ninja are stuck on the island. They don't know what to do. Even Wu doesn't even know.
Why didn't we win?
I don't know.
But Lloyd shares some inspiring words.
If Sensei doesn't have a lesson, then I do. I used to be nothing but trouble, but then I met you guys. You took me in. Showed me the importance of being brave, the importance of being strong, and most importantly, being good. When this battle first began, when the first Spinjitzu Master fought the Overlord, and his back was up against the wall and he knew it was all over, did he quit? No. He found a way to keep the fight going. He passed his elemental powers to us. Of all people, a bunch of kids. But there must have been a reason he chose us. I'd like to think it's because he knew we'd never back down. We'd never give up. We've learned the ancient ways of the ninja. And ninja never quit.
He's right. If that means we have to swim the sea to get off this island, then so be it. The entire ocean? But I didn't bring my floaties.
However, the Falcon leads the ninja back to the Temple of Light to unlock the Ultimate Spinjitzu Master's Lego set, mech, sorry. Then also the Ultra Dragon returns so the ninja can get off the island. The final battle set piece is just Ninjago, but dark, and the ultimate weapon somehow turns into a building. But it's still decently cool.
Good job, Zane!
this is how we're going to go down, I'm proud to be fighting alongside my brothers.
Here, here.
For whatever it is worth, it was an honor to fight beside you all.
For me too. Yeah, ditto.
His helmet must have fallen off during his transformation.
What does that matter?
He who wears the helmet controls the army.
What?
Why didn't Misako mention about the helmet controlling the army? They literally had the helmet. Oh, whatever.
Keep fighting! Never give up!
Ninja never quits!
Dareth takes control of the stone army, and the ninja head up.
All hail the brown ninja!
Lloyd is the only one able to make it up to the top, though.
Look out!
I'll hold them back.
No, don't! We can do this together!
No, there's only one Green Ninja. This is your fight.
Okay, that's sick as fuck, actually. Lloyd taps into his true potential and becomes the ultimate spinjitzu master.
Become the ultimate spinjitzu master.
This is the final battle.
I am the ultimate spinjitzu master!
Or Gold, for short. He's just Gold. As for the actual battle... well, I mean, it could have been better. We don't really get a moment of Lloyd and Garmadon being hesitant for the actual final battle, but it's whatever at this point. In the end, Lloyd wins and light returns. Garmadon's evil is also drained.
Lloyd! What happened?
Garmadon? Is it really you?
Dad? Dad!
Every ounce of evil and venom is gone.
I feel good. It's been so long.
Now we have this final dialogue.
Been quite a ride, fellas.
You think there will be others?
Well, I hope so. I liked being a ninja. It's not like we have many other skills.
Speak for yourself. I'm looking forward to doing a little inventing, maybe some model building, dabble in poetry.
Jay's right. We've come a long way, and there's no reason why we can't use what we've learned in our everyday lives. And who knows? We may have gotten the balance right today, but there's always tomorrow. There's no way of knowing what's around the corner. But as long as there's something worth fighting for, there's always a need for a ninja. And we'll be ready.
Hey, we don't actually know if this is the end, but if it is, it's our ending. Yeah, I'm okay with this. What a cool finale. Wow. You know, after all these years of getting older, I still love the show, after watching the supposed finale. So, Season 2. I won't lie, falls flat of character center episodes. This season ultimately focuses on Lloyd and his training, but is rushed. Like, after Lloyd gets magically older, it's not really brought up that he was forcefully aged up. I do like the moment where he decides to be older too, which was just to help the writers move along with the story and make Lloyd stronger without going through years of story. Other than that, we don't really get an episode strictly focused on one of the ninjas, other than Zane, because he is the best ninja. We still have good character moments with Kai and Jay because they have likable dynamics with the other characters. Not Cole though. Once again, Cole feels so sidelined in the team and is kind of annoying when most of the time he just wants to fight.
Who wants to hide when you can fight? So you're saying we get to fight? Ooh, I've got happy feet. I want to fight.
Also, Nia doesn't really get to shine in this season as Samurai X. That's kind of sad. As for the story, and looking back, the first half of the season was just filler, besides the one with time travel make Lloyd older episode. Even though made important, the golden weapons don't really shine as something powerful because 1, Garmadon uses them and we can't let evil win, it's a kid show, and 2, they are destroyed and aren't really brought up again and replaced. Other than that, the story is easy to get into. Lore is expanded, characters are kind of explored, some dialogue is weird and contradicting. Okay, yeah, the show has quite a few issues so far. That also includes the oh so many animation errors and incorrect voiceovers for characters. This goes for both seasons. They have a lot of animation issues. They just straight up showed the third version of the alphas before the big reveal.
We can train tomorrow. It's a scroll, Windbag. It means it tells the future. Of course we'll go, buddy. Yeah, what else did you see?
But didn't you just do a few upgrades on our ultrasonic ray?
We'll never make it up the mountain before they arrive. Weapon.
It appears to be heading toward the coast.
But I still love the show. I hold a lot of good memories with it, and it's still enjoyable now. There are some good and funny moments in it despite story and visual issues, especially Ninjago City. Holy shit, it looks boring. And that's Ninjago Seasons 1 and 2. Now, the show was supposed to end here, including the toy line, but you can't just end it with consistently high ratings and continued love for the sets. Like, that's 3.11 million views in the US for the finale. But I kinda wish things ended here because, well, we get the later seasons. Stay tuned.